Some guys really like Batman, and they had an epiphany. So they all got to work on the next Batman movie. And now they are the heroes, and you get to follow along. They're bringing him to life every week after this song. Batman, Project Batman, Project Batman. Fuck yeah.
Can you move over here?
Can I sit on Sean's lap?
Sean can sit on yours.
No, I'm gonna sit on Sean's.
But you'll smother him, and we won't be able to hear. Can't hear what he says anyway.
I know, it's kinky. So, for those of you that are sitting around, what we're doing here today, if I recall correctly, is nothing of particular interest to anybody that isn't us. We're just sorting through shit that we've already done.
Yeah.
So,
the last time we did what we're going to do today was episode 9, Consulting the Batcomputer. That was just going through old notes and just seeing what stuck and what didn't, and what the difference between then and now is I've taken all the notes that I've taken episodes so far, which are not the last 3, but they're relatively short and shouldn't take very long. I've taken all of those and put them chronologically, like as far as plot goes. So we'll be able to see everything laid out instead of as it developed over time.
I didn't actually do that thing where I moved over there. I'm going to do that now.
Okay. So, what we're going to do going through this is, I just did this, so I want you to read through it, and if something is relevant, leave it. If it's not, if it's something that's so fucking established that we don't need to have it repeated, delete it.
Make sure this is saved as a copy, not over the original.
Right, well, all of it is saved in my original notes for every episode. I'm just trying to keep this as little as possible to work off of. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So a quick reference for future episodes.
Right, so I've taken every note so far, put it over here, and we're going to just put what we absolutely need to know to write the script down. So I've separated it into a few different categories. Info about tone, theme, canon, basically things just to keep in mind. Then just general character info, like arcs and stuff for each character. And then the chronology of the plot by scene. And all
damn!
Yeah.
Damn!
Yeah.
Okay, basically what we just saw was him scroll through about, 5 or 6 pages of plot.
Well, and a lot of it's repeated because, like, for instance, we talked about the end scene and the dialogue between Ra's and Batman like 4 or 5 different times. So that dialogue is listed there, and the way actions follow one another, like 4 times, but what we're doing here is we're putting all that together, taking out what doesn't really matter and just keeping the stuff that we need to keep in the script, because we have them. I just took it, they're direct quotes from you saying them from other episodes, and you say them slightly different in each one, and this way we'll have the way we want it to be said.
Mm-hmm. At least for the moment. I mean, nothing's going to be finalized till we get that final draft out.
Right, exactly. But I just want to have one thing to go off of for now as far as notes go. And then the last section is ideas we just have where we were like, perhaps we could do this. And I'm just not going to trash them yet until I bring them up to everyone else. Again, they're all saved in our original notes. They're just going to be trashed on this page. But they're just ideas to see if, like, we thought at one time might be good or something. Just go through them. And don't worry about saying stuff that'll be repeated and too boring, because the only stuff I'm going to keep on this episode is stuff that we end up actually changing or leads to interesting conversation.
Yeah, like I'd say don't, like, unless there's something new, you probably don't even have to do notes for this episode.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. That's why I didn't do notes for the last episode like this. So,
and I haven't come up with anything new. So,
and then after we do this, because what we've done in the last 3 episodes, our 3 most recent episodes, have been so like dealing with specific scenes that I'll just be able to add those in quickly. You know, like it's not like vague stuff from 20 episodes ago. So start at the top over on the right, and to scroll you use both your fingers.
Okay. You push on it like a nipple.
How long's it been since you touched a nipple?
Let's see.
And because I took it from every...
Maybe 12 hours?
Your own? Or shots?
He wasn't clear. He was not clear. It's a vague question. I abstain.
Because I put them all chronologically, they're not with the notes they were originally with, so they might be in a certain context that you don't understand, but I just fucking did all this shit within the last 2 days, so I'll explain a bullet point if it's not exactly clear. Okay.
So, info about tone, theme, canon, things to keep in mind. Alright, let's delete that. Okay. The film takes place in 2009, which is about 10 years before about 10 years after the animated series, and 10 years before the flashback at the beginning of Batman Beyond, and will chronicle the prototype and design of the Batman Beyond suit. Okay, that's a pretty good tenet there. Things that. Okay, so we're trying to take this and shit we already know.
Yeah,
we want it gone.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
That'll work.
Okay, so we can go ahead and trash that one. The next one, the events in Return of the Joker were about 2 years before the events in our film, so it's pretty fresh in his mind. No Robin, no Batgirl, Batman has left the Justice League.
I think we should leave that there.
Yeah, that's
that
could
to
come
keep
up.
in mind.
The invisibility in the jets can't work forever. They are not self-sustaining, as the technology has not been developed to that point yet. So I say let's keep that one.
Yeah.
With the story we're telling, we have an opportunity to show Bruce in a predicament we don't normally see him in. In Gotham, Batman isn't afraid of anything, but now the world is at stake. He has a lot more riding on this battle than anything he's ever faced before, so we have an opportunity to show real fear in Batman. He can doubt himself for the first time in his life, wondering if he can take this on himself. Did you watch that episode I told you to watch?
Not yet.
Okay. You have to watch that.
Which episode is it?
It's I Am the Night. I want to say it's season 2. And basically Batman blames himself and wants to hang up the cape and cowl because Jim Gordon got shot.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that was a good episode.
Then I bet we could bring that back up in that diner scene. Or at least at some point.
Yeah, it's definitely worth mentioning.
Yeah, okay.
Note for Ken. That was a note. Put it in these notes. Okay.
Noted.
We need to make a point to portray that Batman loves this woman who loves a man who has murdered millions of people. How much of a moral struggle that is for him. That seems more like a characterization thing, so I think we can go ahead and at least move that to characters. But what's established in how our plot is, right? Do we want to keep this one?
Yeah, let's just leave that there.
Okay. The last time we saw Raish and Talia, they were falling off a cliff toward a river. I don't think it's really important at this point. So, reason to not have the Justice League involved, it is established in the DCAU that Batman saved the world from the near apocalypse of 2009, not the Justice League. In Return of the Joker, Batman says that because of what happened to Robin, I'm never going to endanger another person again in this. I'm alone in this risk. This was the reason that he left the Justice League, why he doesn't want to bring them into it now. Perhaps one of the other bad guys says to Raish, what if Batman isn't alone? Raish says he knows the risk, he wouldn't do that. As in, I know Batman well enough to know that he's not going to put them at risk.
So take out what you think is unnecessary and keep what might be relevant there. Because definitely all the plot-related stuff you said in the beginning of that is relevant. But if you don't like whatever dialogue or whatever was there...
Yeah, he's going
Yeah, we'll take out like the last sentence or two.
I am
about the
literally
bad guys.
streaming right now.
Streaming what?
This.
To who?
Twitch.
What's that?
Twitch is live stream.
Hi, Twitch.
It's not. I don't think it's up yet.
Shut up.
Shut up, Twitch.
Is anyone watching?
I don't know. I just, let's see. I just uploaded a video on YouTube. I have 101 subscribers. So they can see it. If they click the link, it'll come up. It's not laggy for them. It's like this.
Right. Huh.
So say hi.
Hey!
Hello.
I'm Bob. That's, let's see. That one's Otto. That one's Sean. That one's Ken.
Nice and done, Bob.
Cool.
Okay.
This is how Project Batman's done.
Milan
Right in front of the poster of a movie about how hard it is to get something written right. Listeners, that is 7 Psychopaths, in case you're curious.
Raish and Batman have scenes intercut throughout the whole film as main characters, but the first time they interact is at the very end of the movie in the climax.
Yeah, let's just leave that there just to highlight what a big defining moment that's going to be.
We need to be on... This one we got to keep in here. We need to be on the lookout for opportunities to follow classic Batman tropes. Ninja exits, etc.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we haven't done a whole lot of that, but we will when we get into the final screenplay bit of it.
Yeah.
A lot of the movie will take place away from Gotham. Bruce and Talia travel quite a bit. Important shit happens when we're outside of Gotham. That's what you have. That's the words that he has typed.
Hey, I'm just typing verbatim from podcasts.
Yeah, that's.
So we don't know who said that originally.
I feel like I know who said that.
Yes. I'm gonna guess that it was one of those times that your brother was on here. Just to shift the blame away from myself, who it obviously was. Okay.
My guess would have been actually that you probably went into a long, you just probably went on about how...
Eulogy.
A eulogy. Shrug. About how...
Seems like a funeral procession.
About how we're, like, doing a bunch of cool stuff outside of Gotham, and it was just way too much stuff for me to type, so I did just interpret it as, cool shit happens outside of Gotham.
Okay.
So you're right, it might be me.
Okay. If Batman gets hurt early on, it'll give us more time with the rest of the story. The story is about what he has to deal with in his first moment of doubt. The audience already knows Batman, so let's combine it into the same scene. Let's go straight from watching him do something clever to win, to be in a situation where he needs his body strength and fails.
That's from when you and I were arguing about how to start the movie.
Yeah, because there was supposed to be like a separate action sequence, and the bank robbery scene was later.
Yeah.
But I think the way that we have it now is a lot better.
Until it turns out that our movie's only 40 minutes long. Then we're gonna add that back in.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
We'll see. We'll find out.
I'm really guessing that the movie. I mean,
I'm just kidding. I am totally exaggerating.
No, like we discussed.
I know. I'm totally exaggerating when I say 40 minutes. That's just me picking on you.
Okay.
So there's always fun.
Yeah.
Driving force in our movie: complicated love triangle between Bruce, Talia, and Raish.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay. No. Shut up, Logan.
Nice.
Wait. Isn't Talia Raish's daughter?
That's not. It's different kind of love between the two of them.
You didn't get that?
Yeah, it's a sort of love where you just kill them and take over their body.
Yeah, the usual.
Oh yeah, I forgot that happened in Batman Beyond, didn't it?
Yeah.
Oh god, that was.
That is that the events in which that actually happens. That's the end of this movie.
Yeah, it's pretty tight.
Okay.
Well, that's different.
The Abaddon will be an orange cloud that gets released on a city. Aerial view of this. Pairs from above, normal. Then the entire city screams as the cloud hits. Then silence. Cut to a few deserted streets, a few crashed cars, traces that were people just traces that people were just there. All of a sudden, gone. Let's only show a bit of withering away and dusting.
Why is it always France?
Nobody likes France, and there was a reason.
All right, honey, they can't plan a good brunch in France, okay? It has to be like a 35-course meal, and I mean, that's good for like a dinner, or maybe even like a brinner, but brunch, no. Brunch, you have 3 courses, and that is it.
Dude, I spent 12 days in France, and every meal is great in France except for breakfast.
What do they have for breakfast in France?
Is
it penis?
You could probably get that way easier
That's a
than
sign.
something you like. Because they're
Oh, believe me, you can get penis pretty easily.
the scrambled eggs in France are so runny and snotty and disgusting, and they just won't make them right.
I know something else that's runny and snotty and disgusting.
Hey, Otto, I like how people can see you literally
Snot.
right now talking like that.
Hey!
I mean, it really bugs me when you're reading when you're reading something that sounds awesome in writing, and then you just read it like that. It sounds so stupid.
What was it that I said last weekend?
I never know what you're talking about.
You
It
say so much.
What's the difference between the Nazi party and a gay pride parade? 45 degrees!
Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay. We should have the suit implemented into the final fight. And instead of having him craft it and be done with it in the first 15 minutes of the movie, it could be more of a drawn-out process. Batman will still have the classic suit as he travels with Talia. And the first time the Beyond suit will be implemented is after the ambush of the Batcave. Let's keep it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, I want to read the next one.
Paul's here, by the way.
No, I'm somewhere else. I'm over there.
Okay, it's the one that the cursor is in.
Okay. Abaddon serum has to bind to human blood to work. Lazarus pills work out of... Oh, my God, I'm so bad at this. Lazarus pills work out of some sort of enzyme.
I'm guessing you misspelled Lazarus Pit at some point. No, Paul just can't read.
Yeah, I'm not good with the bat lingo.
Bat lingo. That's what that was.
Says the guy who contributed 40% to the most productive episode of the show.
Well, thanks.
Okay. Abaddon has limited manufacturing capabilities. He must be near the Lazarus Pit to create it, and this is the last pit available. Let's keep that one too.
Yeah.
Abaddon works quickly. It is safe to enter the city within a few minutes. But, important thing here is that they still don't let anybody in. Okay. We're not going to include the Project Cadmus thing where a guy picks up a bandage. We don't want Batman being taken care of by a hospital. Hospitals are horrible at that.
Oh my god, that's hilarious how you read that.
Hospital?
We
No,
don't want that.
not Batman.
We don't want that.
No, not at all. Do we want to keep that one? Does that matter anymore? I don't think it
guess
matters
not.
anymore. We had it written that the Bat armor suit is too heavy. This is not the issue because he can still use it when he's 80. We can throw in a line about how he'll tinker with it later, but it's not really his style. Instead of being heavy, it's that the suit is moving for him as opposed to with him. So his problem is him trying to keep up with it. The Bat armor predicts movement. The Beyond suit amplifies it. If he starts to go in for a punch, it's like pushing a button, and then the machine does the rest of the work. But it doesn't necessarily agree with his instincts. The reason this is strenuous is because he wants control. It has a battering wrist launcher like the Beyond suit. After all this, he decides the suit is fixable, but alongside its fixable problems, it's not his style, so he opts to design the new suit. Okay. And then this one is things the Batman Beyond suit has.
Okay, well you can just
We got a whole episode on this.
Yeah.
What one was that?
I don't know. I think it was Fake Science.
I just put
Or the
this
one
together
after.
in my head using my brain stories. And when you guys do those prank phone calls...
Sean, speak up for the mic.
The mics.
Oh, I didn't even think about any... Sorry, people. When you guys do the prank phone calls, Are you Bob the Banger?
I am Crazy Jerry.
Yeah, I'm Bob the Banger.
Okay, I had to ask.
Is
came to my head.
this something online?
What? Where the fuck did that come from?
Well, I'm
Yeah,
Bob
your
and
name
Fishy online, so I'm guessing that was
Oh, there is
Is-
a connection.
Is this something online?
No. We used to do this prank call. Hold on. Let's see if we can still do this.
Do you guys want to do one live on the air? Take a break from Batman and do a prank phone call?
the connection.
Well, okay. Who can we call?
Ghostbusters!
Do you have a number of somebody that wouldn't know it was me?
I think I do.
I'm sure I do.
This is gonna be fun.
Okay. I haven't done this in forever.
Same here.
And we've got...
Put that on speaker, set the mic right here, and both of you get around it.
Okay.
It's in
You can take my spot.
Let's...
Paul.
It's cool, like, right here.
No. I want you to. I just want.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, do we remember this?
Hey there, my name is Crazy Jerry.
And Bob's the Banger.
And
No,
we're
it's
here with one-
This is Crazy Jerry.
Hey there, this is Crazy Jerry.
And Bob the Banger.
Here at 107.3.
WZRD.
The Wizard.
You're on the air.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see if we can get this going.
1961. This is a woman named Jen.
Okay. So start off with Hi Jen. This is...
Yeah.
Okay, good. It's ringing.
Hello?
Hey there, Jen. This is Crazy Jerry.
And Bob the Banger.
Over at 107.3.
WZRD.
The Wizard. How you doing tonight?
You're on the air. Damn it.
He's like, nope.
It was worth a shot. You gonna try one more?
Yeah.
Well, let's try from your pool of numbers.
Well, I'm not gonna get much. This is my family. We got Franklin. We got
Ah, crud. They know my name. Or they know my voice. Although...
Okay. Ken?
Alright, let's do 6-1.
Remember, really let your voice sing, Paul. Like radio show hosts. This is live on the internet right now, and I'm just making faces into the webcam. Can you see how many people are watching?
There aren't any at the
Hello
moment.
and welcome to the mental health hotline. If you are obsessive compulsive, press 1 repeatedly. If you are codependent, ask someone to press 2 for you. If you have multiple personalities, press 3, 4, 5, 6. If you are paranoid, we know what you are and what you want. Stay on the line and we'll trace your call. If you're delusional, press 7 and your call will be transferred to the mothership. If you are schizophrenic, listen carefully and a small voice will tell you which number to press. If you're depressive, it doesn't matter which number you press, no one will answer you. If you're dyslexic, press 69696969. If you have a nervous disorder, please fidget with the hash key until the beep. After the beep, please wait for the beep. If you have a short-term memory loss, please try your call again later. And if you have low self-esteem, hang up. All our operators are too busy to talk to you.
Bob the Banger.
Alright, let me
Crazy
do
Jerry.
one more to try. Dude, call somebody whose birthday it is
Okay, whose birthday is it? Oh god, it's birthday?
for another, 3 minutes.
Nice.
Okay, cool. Can't believe it. That birthday party we went to was a year ago. Okay.
6-6.
Say happy birthday. Oh god.
That'd be awesome.
Somebody needs to fucking answer their phone. Come on, it's midnight on a Friday night. Is everyone asleep?
pretty much.
Hey there, this is Crazy Jerry.
And Bob the Banger.
And we're here from 107.3.
WZRD.
The Wizard. We're here to wish you a happy birthday. How you doing?
Awesome.
We're here
Doing
to...
really awesome. How are you guys doing?
We're doing great. So you're on the air right now. What do you have to say?
I have to say that I'm really surprised that I answered the phone for a block number, but I thought it would be entertaining. Or perhaps you're just an ABC agent, but instead, maybe I'm on the internet.
You are on the internet.
You're more on the internet than you know.
guys partying or what?
We can. Do you want to play a party game?
What kind of game are we talking?
It's our game called Cash Phone. It's a trivia game.
Yeah. I don't like phone, but I do like cash, so I'll compromise.
Okay, you ready for the first question?
Maybe.
All right. What year did the War of 1812 take place in?
1812.
All right.
That's 100
I'm
pennies.
positive about that one.
Okay, now. Question.
Alright.
Please enjoy this ringtone while the podcast starts.
I spent $20. What is going on here? Is you running out of material already? What the fuck? Come on.
All right. Hey. We're really sorry. We're having a bit of a technical difficulty.
Fucking amateurs.
Yeah.
Amateurs.
Okay. Hold on. I think we're back on the air. I think we're back on the.
You guys are fucking amateurs. Come on.
God, he killed me. I'm dead.
Pull it together, people.
All right. And we're back on the air. Sorry about that, folks.
Don't apologize to them. Apologize for yourself.
I'm sorry, us.
I don't have a beer. Hello. Are you still there?
Yes.
Sounds like we heard a party foul. It's time for the party foul theme song.
What? The what?
I don't know.
You guys fucking suck at this. Come on.
I'm sorry.
I don't know. We haven't done this in like a year. So, hold on. You'll really like this one. Okay, hold on. I think we've got it.
Did you just hang up on him?
No, he will come back because he's a bitch.
Yeah, we wasted the last 3 minutes of his birthday.
That's just mean. Okay, did you guys want to get back to your Batman stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, you take your seat back.
I suppose we have been doing this for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm surprised you picked up.
Dude,
Yeah.
It sucks that we didn't actually go into it with more material.
Yeah.
That was
we used to,
problematic.
think
yeah, I thought you guys had the shit
yeah,
down.
Oh yeah, we used to have like a whole list of questions.
Yeah, no,
we
yeah,
did.
but Frank about glue.
What was our question about glue?
I don't know.
It was something about like how much super glue would it take to glue yourself to the wall or something stupid like that.
That
How much
sounds
butter
amazing.
was in?
No. How much butter is in like a cubic kilometer of sugar cookie dough? It's just something like that.
That's funny.
It was nuts. Okay.
I'm gonna go pee, but you guys can.
I have to
keep
pee
doing
too.
this. Okay, go first.
You pee. You're
okay.
the guest.
Well, you keep doing this.
Okay, I will keep doing this.
I read all of this earlier.
Okay.
You make decisions
Argument
without me
over
here.
who hits the P first on the internets. Lovely.
This is a sad day for Project Batman. We bid farewell to our project manager, Kenn. Without him, we would have accomplished nothing. And without him, we will accomplish nothing in the future. This is the end. I'm very sorry to say that all of the material for Project Batman will be burned.
Close
God.
Okay, anyway, Lucius Fox doesn't have anything to do with making things and doesn't even know Bruce is Batman as far as we can tell.
Wait, does
He's-
Lucius Fox exist in the Batman animated
Yes, he
series
does.
universe?
Yes,
Seriously? I did
he's
not know
here. Let me finish reading it. He's just a co-CEO of Wayne Enterprises. Alfred is the one that does a lot of the construction, etc. I don't think that's really necessary at this point. We haven't really mentioned him other than that. So,
No, come to think of it,
Okay.
So he's just not going to be in this?
uh,
And I don't get to do my amazing Morgan Freeman impression? Seriously, you're going to deprive me of that? I'm sad now.
your Morgan Freeman impression can kiss my Morgan Freeman impresses ass.
Morgan Freeman.
The sunrise only happens every morning because Morgan Freeman had narrated it the previous day.
Logan.
So this is what our
podcast.
podcast degenerated into. It's just a Morgan Freeman fight. We got 2 things done.
Whee.
And now I've got to pee.
It's awful. My viewers.
None of them.
Yeah, I know. Like, literally, I don't think anybody's watching.
Well, Kenn's back, but I guess Otto's passed away now. So everybody join in and dust in the wind.
Oh, did I die?
Yeah, you died.
Yeah, we need a eulogy.
I don't actually know.
Who delivered the eulogy?
Otto.
Yeah, Otto, and then Sean started singing.
Well, he's getting
No
ready to,
offense, guys,
we
but that's what I would have chosen.
It's awesome.
Then I guess we can all just agree we'll just throw Otto in the trash and be done with it.
Now I can finally do this project how I want.
I should probably say it like while he's here, but Mulder wanted me to say that Otto smells of cheese and baby food.
Alright. I hadn't noticed.
But I believe it.
Yeah, like that is entirely believable.
Have you seen that guy? He looks like cheese and baby food.
Okay. Development of the new Batsuit would be done by mostly dialogue and all at once, not a montage. Alfred will do it while Bruce is out being a detective with Talia. We need that one?
Oh, that's a good thing to remember.
Yeah. Okay. Bruce Wayne dies in this movie, at least the character from the animated series. He becomes the grumpy old man that he is in Beyond as a result of the events in this movie. That's important.
Yeah.
Okay.
So apparently my face doesn't match my voice. I don't know if I'm like happy about that or not.
You must be part Chinese.
I feel like that's how everyone is, though. Like, I listen to, like, Chris Hardwick and fucking Mark Maron for months before I ever found out what they look like, and I was like, whoa, that's what you guys look like?
Or like H. John Benjamin.
Or yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's this guy that works over at the...
Batman! No! Batman!
Thank you.
Okay. So, Batman can make the connection between the Abaddon reacting to human blood and the plant stuff Poison Ivy was using against Alfred and his girlfriend in the animated series episode. He's like, I've seen this before. I'll turn you into a fucking tree. Okay. How can one defend against it? When Batman and Talia escape the city attack in the Batwing, it is sealed and blocked off from the air, so they aren't exposed to it. If you can avoid direct exposure to it, you can avoid being killed by it. That's important.
Yeah.
The Beyond Bat suit can seal itself, and is very resistant to many elements. Abaddon only affects humans, no animals. It reacts to human plasma. This is under design by Raish not wanting to hurt anything else on the planet. Bruce is curious why it affects humans and not animals, so he takes an animal back to the Batcave to assess its genetics and see why. Or, if we go with the family in the cellar, the kid is like, where's my dog? And Bruce is like, I'm sorry, son. But then they exit the house to find him, which makes him question why the dog survived. Vincent, hey, that's me, suggests the dog sits there watching TV like nothing happened.
So pick what you want and just leave that. And I'll move it to the part in the story later.
I'm just gonna say I like the idea that it's outside, because that'll give you a chance to, like, he didn't see it on the way in, and then he can be surprised.
Or the dog can just lead him to the family in the cellar.
I think we actually have discussed that.
Okay.
So...
Okay.
We're not...
Apparently,
this is
Seb
not a
isn't going to
strict
be in my
environment.
stream because Taylor is Canadian. Shoot.
Hey, who's Canadian?
Taylor.
Is someone Canadian is watching?
Yeah.
This is America, man.
This is America!
This is it.
Tell Chris Hadfield I said hi.
He's not there right now.
It's probably horribly offensive, but oh well, it's just Canada.
Yeah.
BAM!
And it's just like... I mean, with Chris Hadfield, they can almost say they're a country. I mean, I don't even think Ra's al Ghul's going to bother wiping it off the map, to be honest.
Yeah. We have to have him leave Canada.
It's just like...
That's hilarious.
No, he doesn't leave Canada, he just didn't realize there were
Yeah, he's
people
still there to sit there.
It's just like... Hey, can I get a map of the world without Canada on it? That was one of our prank calls. We got up to, like, the CEO of Walmart. No, I think we got up to like 2 steps. We got out of state with that call.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Like, we called asking for a map of the world without Canada, and they just kept transferring us higher and higher. I think we got up to, like, you know, like, corporate manager type guys.
That's nuts.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely left the state.
That's nuts.
I mean, fuck. Were you there for that one?
No.
Oh, man, it must have taken, like, 20 minutes. But, I mean, it was just like, I don't know. We'll transfer you to this guy might know. Oh, hey, this guy, my boss might know. Oh, hey, my boss might know.
Nobody's boss knew.
Nobody's boss knew? The last guy just hung up.
These are gods, man.
I bet everyone in that call chain was fired as a result of letting it get that high.
I would be surprised if they were.
Okay. Oh, hey, we're almost done with these ones. Okay. So,
With the first section.
The last section is like 4 times this long.
And
Abaddon also... Okay. It also degrades quickly in air it's designed to. So it doesn't spread out of its target zones very far, and so it leaves no evidence. We're going with the carpet bombing technique of employing the Abaddon bocce ball-sized things. Are they frozen? Then they sublimate like ice? Perhaps he figured out how to freeze it at a higher temperature or whatever? Or is it impact dependent? Perhaps when the kid picks it up, he sees it start to sublimate, just a little bit of gas coming out, and then we cut to above the city.
And
we have to get Franklin back on the show for this, because he had a really good idea for it, and I don't know what the fuck it was.
Okay, then I'll put a pin in that.
Still up?
Okay. Character notes. Batman. Bruce will be in his mid to late 40s. Late 40s at this point. Batman doesn't kill Ra's, but he takes away his immortality and allows old age to do the rest of the work. It's shown in Return of the Joker that under enough pressure, he can cave and will attempt to kill if he sees it necessary. Plus, as a man of justice, he probably just believes that Ra's escaping death over and over again is unjust. And that's a good way to put that. The only time that Bruce is not thinking about the world's predicament is at the bistro in Milan with Talia. That is important.
Yeah.
We say Bruce is pushing 50 so as not to give a specific age.
It's good to remember.
Yeah. Okay. One sentence summary of Batman's storyline. Bruce Wayne actually dies in this movie. Not physically, but the character dies. The difference between Bruce Wayne in the animated series and Batman Beyond is defined by his arc in this film. After Alfred dies, he spends the rest of his life in that house alone, at least until Terry enters his life. But the thing is that he wants to live the rest of his life alone, because everyone who has ever been close to him has died or have something traumatic happen to him. Then there's some hope with Talia building as a love story, and we really think there will be a romantic cap on the story after they defeat Ra's. But they have the falling out, making it all the more tragic. Okay, Batman's motivation. To stop Ra's and the genocide. I think we've pretty much done this.
Okay.
I mean, unless I see something that we need to delete.
That's probably just copy-pasted from the character sketches.
Yeah, I mean, this stuff...
There is a lot of race stuff that's in there before the character sketches, though. And so, yeah, there's a bunch of this stuff that will be like, is it relevant or not, or can we just delete it, or do we want to make mention of it?
There is the debate as to show an origin story for Ra's or not. And there was a whole story about Ra's and this chick named Sora and a sultan, and he fucked her corpse, something like that. And this has not been depicted in the DCAU. And I think it was originally Paul's idea to, instead of a story detail about Ra's, just to sort of, be like, it doesn't matter who I was, just who I am now. But, okay. So, the whole Ra's al Ghul origin story, and I think that was actually before we had the idea for the Alchemist. And that was way back in episode 4.
Yeah, definitely.
So I think that's what we're going to end up replacing the whole origin story with, is the story going on between him and the Alchemist. But basically, we discussed what has actually happened, what happened to him before, and how it ties into now. The last time we saw the Al Ghuls, Ra's is distracted by Talia, who is about to fall to her death, and he decides to stop fighting Superman in order to save her. This doomed his plan to transfer Superman's powers to himself. It didn't finish, but he did gain enough strength to to be able to use the Lazarus Pits again, which allowed him to continue living. Also, important note, he is physically more powerful. Not Superman powerful, but enough to take Batman blow for blow.
Do you want to write that in there?
Yes.
For the record, Taylor says he's going to nuke America now.
Yeah.
Aww.
Just
Hey, NSA, Taylor's joking.
Yeah, you got to make sure everybody knows that because they're listening.
They're very interested in Project Batman. Live.
Watch. We probably have, like, a bunch of secret NSA listeners. They're like, man, this is some fucking cool shit. Man, it's going to be great when we steal this idea.
The government's going to do that instead of, like, having, you know...
Like government-funded Batman fan films?
Yeah, and then it'll just be like, that's how we get out of the recession. You know what? I'd be okay with that if they just steal, like, fan film ideas and just make them into movies and then just make the deficit back that way. I think that'd be cool.
No, most of our downloaders are Miley Cyrus fans. We know that for a fact.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dude.
It's because of one of our episode titles coincidentally being similar to the title of Miley Cyrus song, and so one of our episodes has, like,
2,500.
Yeah, as opposed to, like, the normal, maybe, what?
50, 100, something like that.
Which episode was that?
Number
We
16?
can't stop here. This is Batman country. Because she just came out with that song that's like a smash now. We can't stop.
Yeah, so, like, everybody's, like, looking at this and they're like, oh, man, it must be, like, a Batman version
I will
spoof.
admit, though,
And
that
it's
whole
like,
story did get me to watch her video.
Which is awesome.
Yeah. Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It's sexy, man.
It's pretty much just her ass shaking, like, for about 34 minutes. So I was like, alright.
Plus the song's pretty catchy.
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
The,
She's got the weirdest voice, though.
Dude, I like her. I don't give a fuck.
I don't like her hair. She did... Why do all women think that it's a good idea to look like Skrillex?
She looks more like Pink.
I don't even know who that is.
No, she looks like blonde Skrillex, which I'm guessing is what Pink looks like.
Speaking of Skrillex, I always fucking hated that bullshit until the other day I saw Spring Breakers and he produced a soundtrack for it, and it was awesome. Not only was the movie brilliant and amazing, but his soundtrack was
That
awesome.
movie was nuts.
I loved it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
James Franco's
So-
fucking creepy.
that's like sort of James Franco's best performance ever.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh, Franco, why?
Because he's an amazing actor.
His brother's pretty good, too. His brother was the bad guy in 21 Jump Street.
Yeah, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, no,
Bullshit, I don't know
the
what
high school
fuck
kid.
I'm talking about.
That was James
Wow.
Franco's little brother.
He was also in Now You See Me, and I just rewatched Superbad, and he was in a scene in that.
Neat.
It was. He was at the party, right?
No, he was the soccer player who pissed his pants in elementary school.
That's the best description for a character ever.
That's what he's credited as.
Nice.
People don't forget.
Okay. Different Raish scenes. Raish hiring the Clock King, plotting attacks, checking up on Batman, etc. I think we'll leave that in there because we need to remember to put shit like that in.
Yeah.
Okay. Raish never really lies. He may be deceptive or withholding, but he's not a liar. I don't know if I agree with this anymore.
Okay.
Based on that, yeah, maybe he's misleading or whatever, but based on how we have it in our story, compared to how Raish phrases it in Out of the Past, basically Raish says that Talia made the ultimate sacrifice of her body to allow Raish to live.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for this story to work, we basically have to call Raish a liar, or at least attempt to portray Talia in some sort of positive light.
Mm-hmm.
Or perhaps he was saying it ironically.
That's what I would see it as. It's more ironically.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is
me
that
too.
Chris? Yeah. What the fuck, guys? There's already 5 people in here, and there's no way for heat to leave.
Vincent hates you and wants you to go away.
I'll kill you all!
That was awful. He's like, oh, Oh,
by the way, I'm just getting into puberty.
I'm just getting into it. It's just piqued my interest.
It's this new thing I'm trying out.
But if it
That's
doesn't,
pretty good stuff.
if it doesn't stick, I'll just revert back to my prepubescent ways.
My genitals will retract into my abdomen.
God, that sounds. Oh, that's awful.
This sounds painful. Actually.
You're envisioning that.
Actually, no, it's still a retrospective.
It's like a reverse time lapse. With that sound effect. It's like what happens to Chris when he unbuckles his belt and just sort of gets enveloped.
I don't think they want to hear about this.
Alright.
So,
So you're gonna delete
You know,
that
unless you're
about
Paul, in
Raish?
which case, no.
I think we were saying that in
Uh,
more reverence to like just how he
see how
speaks
we
to
do.
Batman and like his intentions.
I'm going to add the word misleading. And I
Okay.
think that'll help.
Okay.
Okay. Raish has potential allies in the fictional cities. Other supervillains.
Is that relevant?
I think just for dialogue for the scene that it's going to be in, I think he's going to mention it.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Raish doesn't have to rely on Lazarus Pit locations because he weaponized the Lazarus Ooze. He made it more potent. There's only one Lazarus Pit left, so that's why it's the Abaddon Serum, something separate. It means that we don't have to rely on one location, we can use it anywhere. We were describing what happens when your genitals retract into your body.
Oh, God.
Come here, Otto. Get on the bed and wait.
I think he's gonna make you squeal.
Boy, you're gonna give me some of that.
Let's see, who is creepier?
Oh wait, you want to be on the internet? Say hi.
Paul is live streaming on his.
Yeah.
Paul is live
Take your
streaming on
dick
his
out.
YouTube
Take
channel.
your dick out. Oh.
No, I'm live streaming.
No, do not tell him to do that. He will do it. Like one
Well, I
time,
have to pull my dick out.
like seriously, one time
Please
he
don't.
pulled down his pants and walked backwards with his ass hanging out into Sean and Kristen's apartment without knocking on the door. And the first thing we see is just this big hairy ass invade Sean and Kristen's abode like some sort of fucking monster out of a.
They were like,
out of
oh
a
my
cheesy
god, where's
sci-fi movie."
Batman?
No. Batman would have cowered in fucking fear.
It's true.
God, that's awful.
Chris Dillon's just handing out the hot dickings. He'll be at the public library from 4 till 6, just giving out the hot dickings. Just passing them out. How long are we at?
Yeah, listener, I want you to know that if on your end right now you're on minute like 11 of the podcast, in reality of recording time, we're on minute 69.
You better not cut out the fun song like Bane edition.
Okay.
Paul had this idea for a video. Where...
I had an idea for a video where it's basically the fun song from SpongeBob. SpongeBob like being Otto doing a Batman impression, and then
F is for friends who do
Yeah, I
nothing.
picked up on it.
yeah, and then I'll be Bane, and it's like and then the little like clams or whatever that are like down here in the deep blue sea, they're gonna be like the Joker, Scarecrow, and like the other one.
Two-Face?
I don't know. Yeah, sure, whatever. Yeah.
Two shell.
Yeah.
Yes! Oh, that'd be epic.
Are any of the comments over there interesting?
I don't know. Under the comments?
Yeah.
Are those? Is that a chat on this video?
Yes.
How many people are watching this?
5 maybe?
What?
Batman is the worst superhero.
Oh god.
Wait, can you tell me
You You have no idea what you have just done, do you?
You're gonna get a hot dick in. Unless you're in Canada, then you can stay there. That's
Put
your
your dick
punishment.
away. I dare you, boy.
I did.
You know what I realized? This is probably an absolute horrible.
okay.
This is probably an absolutely horrible live stream.
Because they were just
No, this is an absolutely horrible podcast. This is an awesome live stream.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
this is
we have enough material that Ken will be able to edit it out into maybe
Yeah.
20, 25 minutes.
bite-sized
That's
chunks.
the magic. That's the magic. It is an it is an excellent podcast,
magic
just not
of
right now.
editing.
Who are people
Okay.
who are writing comments?
Yeah, our podcast got jacked.
Sorry.
Okay. Raish is probably getting a sick pleasure out of letting the Justice League live. He would love to rub it in their face. Maybe.
You can take it out if you want. If it's not a main point to be made, then...
Something we could remember for later.
Okay.
Like even if he just gives a little bit of a twisted smile when he says that Batman's not going to go to them for help.
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be like, I will get a twisted pleasure out of letting these guys live.
Right.
No, it's just like, okay, it's implied.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And if they don't catch it, who cares?
Yeah.
Okay. How Abaddon reacts with Raish. This is important. Upon entering the bloodstream of someone with the Lazarus already in them, they sort of fight each other, but neither can really get the upper ground on each other, thus making someone completely immune to either, putting them in a state of complete mortality. But since Raish is so old, he automatically ages, no longer making him ageless. Okay. Perhaps in the climax, Talia shoots Raish in the chest when she interrupts the fight.
Is that point
we
going
had
to be
toyed
made?
with that, but I don't know if I like the idea anymore
Of what?
of Talia actually shooting Raish. I think she shoots at him, but I don't think she hits him.
Okay.
Is the point going to be made about the two kind of fighting inside, but neither one winning, sort of thing, or is it just going to look like the Abaddon win?
Maybe, it'll come down to if, while that scene is happening, if we feel like we have to explain the science in some way.
Yeah.
If it reads organically, then there's no reason to get included.
What's your question? What does it look like?
Well, somebody who was watching it the way that is kind of played out without any words granted, but the Abaddon, obviously it makes people age. So
I think
it's just going to look like the Abaddon won. Or are you going to say that the two...
Well, see, he doesn't like dust. The Abaddon eventually dusts you.
Right.
Actually, it pretty quickly does.
I thought he did dust.
Yeah, since he's so old.
When he
probably...
steps out of Talia's body.
Yeah, but that's, later.
Okay.
And maybe that's,
That's what
It is
the
kind of a
scene's
hole.
talking about. Like, when he starts to get infected at the end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So,
His question was, are we going to explain that?
I think Batman's going to mention it the way I have it written.
Okay. I thought if it weren't, maybe people would get confused.
Yeah. I think Batman sort of mentions what's going on there.
But at the same time, people just might, get it. We'll just have to see how it plays when we read it. But, he might just, get infected by the shit and then start to age and people will get it.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Okay. Ra's al Ghul, forgoing all notion of honor and at all that he had, decides to straight up just fucking kill everybody. That's verbatim what it says here. Because the last time we see him, he gets enough strength out of him to be able to use the Lazarus Pits again, but the process is stopped because Superman told Ra's to either finish this or go save your daughter, and he chooses Talia. After surviving that, Ra's says to Talia, "You need to leave. You are to me what kryptonite is to Superman. Fuck off." Again, verbatim. Him and Batman have always had a mutual respect for one another and their respective intellects. Ra's has decided that after hundreds of years of trying, he decides that he cannot honorably achieve what he is meant to be doing in one lifetime. Ra's has lost it, basically. The honorable dude has become desperate and is therefore a completely different character. And his conflict is he's rapidly aging, and then there's Batman causing him shit. That's kind of obvious. Well, now we have that there is just but he doesn't really have any internal turmoil. He has no internal turmoil. That's the sheer definition of a sociopath, is that he has no conscience, he has no internal conflict at all. Just does whatever.
Okay.
He's not trying to wipe out humanity, by the way. He doesn't even want to take down the Justice League. He could do that at any moment. He just wants the race to be sustainable, and after he meets his goal of cleansing the planet, he basically wants the Justice League to rule. Similar goal as Batman, really, just with a really sadistic method. Okay. Raish's epiphany and how he changes.
That's all stuff from that recent episode, so
Okay.
you can just skip that if you want.
Okay. It has in Talia's character description, it's written here that her cup size is C.
We've decided that previously.
Yeah.
Important stuff.
Yeah, that's important.
We need to bring it up, or else this story won't make sense.
Why just a C?
Why not?
Actually, that's probably highballing. That's probably closer to B's. But anyway, this is a fucking cartoon, and it was a running joke. Anyway, Okay, and then this is all
Copy
shit
paste.
from the episode.
Yeah, and so
Okay,
so
Alfred's
just
story.
alright. That's alright. Just skip the character stuff. We're gonna go from the character stuff because that was all in that episode.
One person said
that we just did.
it would be better if Aquaman was
And then,
another said talking about how big her tits are. Not big enough, bro.
Alright.
This is kind of interesting to get feedback on what's going on in the podcast.
For once.
Yeah, for once.
See, I knew this
Okay.
would be a good idea.
Okay.
Of course,
We
it's
wasted like an hour, but
Alright, we're gonna skip to the main thing. We're trying to edit down here and take ideas out and just sort of tighten up here. The chronology of the plot
by
scene.
scene.
And there's stuff here that
Not you.
there's stuff here that takes place earlier that we're going to have to figure in a flashback or whatever, but chronologically, as far as the timeline goes, it is in the correct order.
Okay.
But just enter in whatever you want and edit out whatever you want.
Okay,
This is where
So this
you get
is-
to play executive producer.
oh shit. This takes up about 60% of this document.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
So, obviously I'm not going to... actually, it is.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
So we have enough plot down, I think. I can't possibly read all of this, unless just like if anything catches my eye.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sure. Whatever you want to bring up, whatever you want to change. But seriously, if there's anything you want to take out, please feel free to do it. Or edit up or clean up or anything.
Okay, you're probably going to have to edit out a lot of silence and...
That's totally fine.
Okay.
That's what
'Cause
I do.
I gotta skim stuff. Like, I'm not seeing a lot here that isn't, like, pretty much...
There are like some parts where we explained a scene twice, and it just needs to be like cleaned up with like the dialogue we want and stuff. Sorry guys, I knew this was going to be like the most boring episode we've had in a while. It's just necessary.
Right. It's not all fun and games here at Project Batman, except for the fact that it pretty much has been for the past 90 minutes. But okay.
Guys, let me get back.
Yeah.
Say something.
Otto, you smell like. One sec.
Guess you don't get to say anything.
Otto smells of cheese and baby food.
What of this also? You guys say nothing at all?
Wait, hold on. That's misleading. What if there's like baby cheese, like cheese for babies? It's pretty much just like nacho cheese without all that much salt in it, and you give it to babies like baby food. What about that? Does that exist? Do I smell like that?
Yes.
That's what they say?
I don't know. Sure, whatever.
Good, because
Yeah, sure, whatever.
good, because that's what he's going for.
The problem
He
with
rubs cheese on himself.
the problem with all this
develop the set.
just
by myself.
is that
All right, what?
the problem with the whole thing here is that basically we're just telling them, hey, this is what we're not doing anymore.
Right.
I'm trying to figure out how to make that even doable, really.
What do you mean?
He wants to make it more relevant.
I mean, if something is just like you want to take it out and don't want to explain it, then just do that. And all that I'm going to keep in here is any interesting conversation.
Okay.
We don't have to document every single bit of this episode.
Right, it's just because the thing is that now it's just me scrolling through stuff, and if maybe if I find something that...
I feel like you're just self-conscious about being entertaining. Don't think about it. That's how it's worked all this time. It's going to work out.
You have gotten this far.
We'll just title this episode "Consulting the Batcomputer Part 2," and everybody will know not to listen to it, and it'll be fine.
Yeah, see, the thing is, this got hard when I got to the plot. Because the plot we have so well hammered out that there's almost nothing here for me to actually edit. This is incredibly concise.
Okay, good. Well, good. And then, when we get to the end, there'll be after the plot. It's
like a bunch of
after the plot. It's like suggestions and like stuff ideas we didn't know if we were going to implement at the time or not. So that'll give us more to talk about when we get there.
That's something that is important in that it says Ubu's entire character conflict and basic simple storyline should be completely apparent through just the Batcave sequence and be and affect the audience despite the fact that Alfred just died too. That's something that we really have to put into that scene, especially when Batman is kicking his ass.
Yeah.
It's just it's got to be visceral.
Yeah.
I mean,
you got to be on Batman's side until Batman starts beating him so hard you're like, Batman doesn't do that. Then you start feeling for Ubu.
And it's just Ubu feels he's lost his honor here because he can tell that he's degraded Bruce into an animal.
Yeah.
And he's got to fight animalistically.
Yeah.
So that's an important thing that we have to remember when we're doing that scene. Quick update this week. Most of this week I've spent working on storyboarding a sequence. The whole record time sequence that we've discussed so frequently in this show where Batman tests out the Beyond suit for the first time. I've got pretty much the whole sequence laid out. What I basically did with it is all it is there for is to give the animators something to sort of look at so they can get the idea of, okay, hey, this is what this scene is going to look like, so we can work off of that. And basically what it is, it's basically just a Photoshop stock footage from the show, and it ends up looking really.
It's a slideshow, basically.
Yeah, it's like a slideshow, and it just sort of storyboards the scene just so that we can show people, okay, visually, what is this scene gonna look like?
And it looks pretty cool so far. How close to you are you being done with?
I've got to reframe a lot of it just because a lot of it's different sizes than what it needs to be, and so I've got to reframe and crop it so it's all consistent. And then at the end of it all, I have to put in our Joker voice, or an actual one instead of my mock-up that I did just for that.
Though. You did a good job.
Yeah, no, I did okay, I think.
I got the idea.
But no, we got to get the guy who does it and does it well.
I don't know if that's absolutely necessary. That should be more exciting later to get an actual Joker sound.
The way I see it on that is that I think we need. That's why I'm trying to get the voice actors on us now, because that's something that people are going to see. They'll see something and they'll say like, "Oh, well, this guy sounds like he's kind of trying to do a Mark Hamill impression."
I see what you're
not
saying.
But if we go into this, be like, "Oh shit, they're writing good dialogue, and they've got people who fucking sound like." I mean, this sounds like. We want people to be as impressed orally as they not orally, orally.
Orally.
We want our people to be impressed with a blowjob. Okay, no, we want the people who watch this to be able to be pleased by it to the ear as well as, visually understand what's going on. And we want it to be catching. I mean, the entire point of putting these out before they're finished is to get people interested in it, to be like, oh, wow, this looks cool. What can we do with it? How can we help? It's basically, it's kind of like putting out, not really a resume, but sort of a help wanted.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's a help wanted and here's $20, something like that. It's just like, it's like a help wanted that really catches the eye. Man, you know what? I want to work here.
Yeah, I get you.
And that's why I want to get the voices done.
I understand.
And, of course, the sound effects, so that it's not just Batman prancing around in a silent room that's not doing anything. But
yeah. But anyway, as soon as we get that done, we'll upload it and you'll see it. But what he showed us today was pretty awesome.
Yeah, I mean, that's just what I've been working on all week. It'd basically be wake up, go to work on Batman, go to sleep, wake up, go to work on Batman, go to sleep. Occasionally I'd try and remember and eat somewhere in there. It didn't always work out. What's that one? I don't think I've seen that one.
I'm looking at new screenshots or storyboards Sean's drawn. This is one that it's Alfred cutting the bloody Batsuit off of Batman. It's nuts. Oh shit. Batmobile?
Oh, he hasn't
seen that.
No, that's awesome.
Oh, man. We got something really cool for you to see at the end of this.
Bloody Batman on the ground.
You got any new drawings done?
I got one I'm working on now. It's the shot facing the camera.
The gunshot?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I figured since we've got him bleeding out and everything, we got it.
Yeah.
So I'm working on that one now.
Yep. Are Jason and Kristen helping at all like they said they would?
Jason, no. Kristen is working on the Raish Alchemist fight.
Oh, cool.
She's been trying to look up screenshots and stuff for that to get some ideas.
Did you show her the screenshots that you have? Okay, cool.
Did I miss something? Some of you guys were excited about in here?
We actually have Kristen doing something useful. She's working on the storyboard for Raish fighting the Alchemist.
Oh no, you said something in that while I was looking in there. You were like, "Oh, man.
yeah, we have one photoshopped and auto colored, and it looks pretty cool.
Yeah,
I figured out how to color things in Photoshop.
nice."
So it ended up looking... Yeah, it ended up looking decent. I was more impressed with the colors than I was with the I can't draw blood.
Yeah.
So I'll probably need you to actually draw me a puddle of blood that I can Photoshop onto the card.
We can do that.
Sean, when you talk to us while we're recording the podcast, you should talk to the mic.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
Sean,
Mike
God.
Gosh.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I just want to get everything on record.
That shot with him with the blood, that just looks amazing. In my opinion.
Thank you.
Like the cape.
Yeah,
That's
I
just
agree.
that's so neat.
See, I don't know if I like it. Something here about Bruce says something to Raish about why can you not accept death? Why can you not be happy with what you have? Raish sort of responds with something like, "Only once everything else is gone will I feel like I have a right to rest."
Okay.
We need to make sure to define his convictions. I don't know if that sounds right. Like, that doesn't sound like a conversation the two of them would be having.
Okay.
Like, Batman... That's the thing, is that Batman wouldn't be interested in why Raish is doing what he's doing. He's just interested in stopping him. It's like, he never once asked the Joker why he did what he did.
Well,
I mean, it was
right.
obvious. He was a
You can
madman.
use Clock King for that.
Yeah, I agree.
If you're going to have a supporting villain, you might as well use them in that sort of what you call it, like context.
Good call, Paul. I was just about to suggest that as like
Maybe he asked the Clock King what's going on here.
Yeah.
or the Clock King is like what is all like they just get to have a villain conversation.
What did I sign up for?
Yeah. I mean, it's the thing from The Incredibles. You know, every villain loves to monologue. All I think that bullet point is saying, and you can delete the dialogue, but we just need to make sure we define his convictions to somebody, so the audience is like on the same page with him.
Good work, Sean.
Perhaps he could have the conversation with either the Clock King or with Talia, who that conversation probably does happen between.
Right
So
on.
perhaps if they get a chance to talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay, and then this is just... Oh, cool, we're actually almost done. Okay, this is just a description of the final fight.
Okay, but there's a lot of dialogue in those last few bullet points about the final scene with Raish and Batman, and I need you to make that concise, all into like one bullet point. Because we describe it all a few different ways, and that's just going to be the part that's a bitch for you to do in this episode.
Now, to actually get you a text thing, I will need you to email me the entire... We still don't know on this yet. The whole Raish doesn't know that Talia is with Batman. At least I'm still not sure on it. We have to see how the whole thing plays out.
Okay.
It might be difficult to actually come up with a logical reason why Raish would not know that Talia is there.
Well, because he hadn't been following them the whole time. And Batman-
Right, but if he's going to run into Batman, well, not him himself, but somebody's going to run into Batman and shit hits the fan, then it would be reasonable to expect... This is actually important. I just realized I had this thought the other day. Talia, Raish in Talia's body asks, when she shows up at the Batcave pretending to be Talia and says, "Here, it's roast pheasant with truffles and risotto," or something like that. just like we had in that Bistro Milan. How the fuck does he know that? There has to be a way for Ra's al Ghul to know that. Either he surveils them, or he retained Talia's memories. It has to be one of those two.
When you said that, my immediate reaction was he just picked up her memories as soon as he got in her body.
Okay.
I mean, that's up for us to decide.
Yeah, it's,
I went with the Lost logic. Whenever the smoke monster takes over somebody's body, he just knows everything they once knew.
But yeah, there has to be a very clear... It has to be at least explained in some small way through dialogue that, it's just... Ra's is like, I'll know everything that you know, or something to that effect.
Yeah, okay.
But as for editing this whole thing together...
That's a good idea, though. Let me, right now, as we're sitting here, email you this whole block of text. And then
sometime,
at the beginning of next episode...
Yeah, I'll see. I should be able to get to it this week. I got a lot of other shit that I got to do with trailers and whatnot. I'm going to have to finish editing mine. I'm going to have to put yours together. And that one will be a little easier on me, basically, because I will have most of the finished pictures. Anything that you can get to me already photoshopped would be great.
I'll do my best.
Simple things like, pasting characters into shots.
Yes.
You can do stuff like that. I've watched you do it. But, as long as everything looks pretty flowy and whatnot, then...
Alright, I sent those to you just now, so...
Okay. And hopefully sometime this week I'll have a chance to sit down and edit that all into one concise thing.
Okay, now...
What I will probably do is, as opposed to sitting there and copy and pasting and everything, I'll just look at that, try and remember what's going on, and then just completely type out a new one.
That's whatever works for you, man.
Okay.
Alright, now you're restarting where it's highlight.
Okay.
Where it's highlit.
Okay. After the climactic sequence at the end, with the Inglourious Bastards ending, cuts to Bruce at Wayne Manor watching TV, sees on the news that Talia takes over for Ra's al Ghul using Ra's Society of Shadows. All the money from that to sort of rebuild the world and help everyone recover from the near apocalypse, and he sees her on the news talking about it, and she mentions that Batman was the one who helped her stop all the madness and save the world. And then he runs into the robber from the beginning of the movie, which I think would be kind of cool.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay. Now, ideas yet to implement or trash?
Alright, let me go over these. And then, because I want you to be able to pontificate. Alright, some of these are going to be very old and just...
Archaic.
If we trash them, just say trash them, whatever. It's just me double-checking.
Okay.
Even if we've been over this and you think I should be sure on it, I just,
Okay.
All right. There will be a moment...
trash.
Okay. No, there will be a moment that someone takes the bloody rag that Batman left behind somewhere to make Terry McGinnis.
Trash.
Okay.
We've already discussed that we don't want to do that, trying to fit too many things in there.
At some point in the script, probably early on, Batman can bust in on a drug deal, and it would be tons of fun to have a Heisenberg look-alike doing business in Gotham.
Trash, because he's been moved to the Batman, the computer scene, with a bunch of other people like Onomatopoeia and whatnot.
Okay. I don't know why I have this in here. Debate as to whether or not to use the Clock King. How can he be relevant? Racial...
Yeah, okay, yeah, that one. Debate whether to use, a third of the plot.
Then we have a note here that's basically saying we don't have to explain the Project Cadmus thing, but we could just have him leave the bloody rag somewhere, and that could be a vague reference.
Maybe, but I don't think so, no.
Okay.
I'm thinking, though, that in lieu of that, here's how we link it and make it make sense.
Okay.
Bruce actually suspected in Epilogue that Terry was his son. At least at some point suspected it. And we're thinking the only way he would know this is if he had talked with Amanda Waller at some point. And it's simple enough fix because I had thought about it completely separately. He runs into her at the banquet.
Yeah.
We discussed that.
Yeah, and it's just it would make sense for her to be there. And, maybe he says something to her and she'd and she just says something along the lines of, "Yeah, we've got more on you than you know about," or something like that.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
I like that. Okay. Abaddon was the name used to refer to a harbinger of death in Armageddon, so the serum's name is Abaddon. Do we have Raish mention this?
Huh. I don't know. Leave it there, we'll see it later.
Okay. Suggestion to depict Bruce's fear. Bruce tells Alfred that he can't handle these attacks, that the responsibility is too much for one man. He dedicated himself to Gotham, not the whole world. He laments that maybe this is a sign that he's supposed to give up when he feels overwhelmed for the first time. Alfred puts faith back into Bruce to make him feel like he can face what is happening as a poignant and important installation of faith before he dies.
Long story short, Alfred's there to encourage Batman.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
basically, we're saying we add in more doubt in Bruce before he just goes and fixes all of this. Maybe at the breakfast scene.
Something, yeah, like, he'll be kind of upset after the,
Or maybe after he goes around and sees how much destruction happened to various cities, and maybe that's one of the scenes where he's checking in with Alfred, and he's like, this is too big. I don't know if I could do this, or whatever.
something.
And then
Yeah.
Alfred could put faith in him. Anyway, I'm going to leave that there.
You got yourself into this.
Talia should have a flashback, or at least explain where she's been since she left Raish, and how/why she thinks she knows what's going on.
the flashback with Superman? Oh, not Superman.
Not just that, but like what she's been doing since then.
Yeah, we mentioned her, like, going around hunting Lazarus pits.
Okay.
Something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Shut up, Chris.
Fuck you, Cal.
Well, fuck you.
Don't even pull my dick out. We'll measure him right here.
I'll dick your dick.
I'll take your dick.
I'll dick your dog.
I'll dick your dog's dick.
You.
Are these cities heavily guarded at all times after the annihilation?
I wouldn't say heavily. Try managing to guard an entire city. Now try and imagine guarding most of them. Considering a significant portion of the Earth's population has just been wiped out, it's going to be hard to find people of any sort, let alone, military-approved ones.
Okay. Answered that question.
Wouldn't it be scattered around the military? Be scattered around where these old cities were to try and figure out what the fuck just happened?
They sort of... They have them kind of quarantined off. Maybe they've brought, like, some sort of portable guard tower or something like that. But the fact of the matter is that maybe they're flying around some sort of plane. But basically, one of the biggest problems with the whole thing is that nobody fucking knows what's going on. Nobody has any idea. All we know is that, millions of people are dead, and no one knows why. Like, not a soul on Earth knows why until the end of the movie when Talia comes out and explains it. It's just like, oh, shit, this is what happened. So...
Somebody would be investigating that. Just saying.
Alright, so I know we've changed most of this, but I'm going to quit reading these blocks of text twice. I'm going to stop reading them to myself and then reading them to you. I'm just going to read them out loud, and I'm just reading them in case there's any part of them we want to keep. So
okay.
What if Talia and Batman are in the same location at the same time, trying to figure out the cause of the destruction, and they run into each other, and while Talia claims she's there to help or figure it out, Batman doesn't know what to think of her presence, developing a cause to develop trust in Talia throughout the storyline.
Forgotten.
Yeah, we forgot about that when we were... Keep that.
All of this will happen while they are traveling the world, the gaining of trust, trying to figure this out. Opening dialogue between the two of them, something along the lines of Talia saying, "You don't seem too particularly thrilled to see me." Batman is like, "Last time I saw you, you tried to kill Superman," and the conversation goes from there.
Yeah, I didn't think about having them not meet in the Batcave. Maybe she's not even mentioned in the villains. Maybe Raish isn't even mentioned in the villains. It's just something that he's sort of going through. And then he's like, well, the only way to really figure this out is, okay, we've got to actually fucking go there. Yeah, so maybe he still has no idea. Maybe he doesn't figure out that it's Ra's al Ghul that early on. And he sees Talia and he's instantly like, oh, fuck.
Alright.
I kind of like that idea.
Alright, so I'm putting a pin on that. I'll take note of it and we'll bring it up later. I'm just going through all these.
That was a great point to bring up.
Which one?
Just running in the tunnel.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, I can't believe we forgot about that. I like that better than what we had, honestly.
Same here.
Cold open, Raish decides on a target. He knows to be random, so he doesn't show a pattern. The idea is to cause complete chaos. The first he wipes out is Paris, the city of love. He gets a report back. It worked. Good. Now who's next? Then go into the credits. We
have something like that.
Yeah.
It is now. We do have a slight pattern to this. Generally speaking, civilian targets are no less. Civilian targets are even more prone to attack than the non-civilian ones, just because it's hitting population centers. He's not aiming to take out governments. He's aiming to take out population. And you know why I just realized why he's not directly taking up. Like he could very feasibly, just take out all the heads of government and leave the world in complete anarchy. The reason he doesn't do this is because if they do find out where he is and how to stand against him, well, he still has a pretty goddamn powerful weapon in the Abaddon serum. He could destroy an entire invading force if it showed up at his doorstep. I mean, all he would have to do is deploy some Abaddon, and he could fucking kill everyone without firing it. He could kill everyone before they could fire a shot.
That's very true.
And he would love for people to, like, if it got out that it was him, he would love for people to see that, hey guys, guess what? Your armies aren't doing shit. They're not going to. You're screwed.
Dude, how nuts would that be to be a sequence of like it be unveiled where he is and the UN sends an army after him and he just obliterates them right before they get within reach of his fortress.
Oh man. Yeah, write this down somewhere.
Well, yeah, it's all on record, man.
No, it's not. Everything's ruined.
Alright, so putting a pin in that, moving on.
You like putting pins in things, don't you?
Yes.
You also like putting pins in things?
I sure do.
Not just his, other people's.
Yeah.
And originally we had the idea that Alfred's death should be the catalyst for Bruce to finish the suit, but now we have it that Alfred finishes the suit before he gets back.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the catalyst for him to test the suit.
Yeah. We have to make sure Batman says he's going to keep that, the mech armor, the bat armor, in case of emergencies. Paris gets destroyed, he sees it on the news, then puts the suit off on Alfred to make some calls. After he figures out that it's Raish, there's the conversation about the Justice League, then Talia shows up and he doesn't trust her. Him and Talia are traveling the world, they get back, Alfred says the suit is ready, Batman says it has to wait because they need to do the analysis. It's during the analysis that the ambush occurs. Alfred dies. After that, Batman tries on the suit and goes through the training.
So does he run into Talia at the banquet?
Well, that's an old note, so we've sort of changed where Talia comes in. But
we'll have to rediscuss that because that would have probably should have done this before we started hammering together Act 2. Because
yeah, what about the part where it's like when they get back from traveling the world, Alfred's like, "Oh, your suit is ready. Do you want to try it out?" And he's like, "We can't right now. I'm trying to analyze this serum," and that's when the ambush occurs.
Yeah,
I thought that was a good reason for him not trying the suit on immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna take out that first part and start it out when Batman and Talia get back from traveling the world. Bruce buries Alfred before heading to the other side of the planet, but there's no time for a funeral. That happens at the end.
We still got to work on that. I like Sean's idea of having Jim Gordon take care of it.
Oh yeah, okay. The bank robbers could be robbing for Rupert Thorne or Roland Daggett. Batman uses his brain power to turn him over to the police as the robbers get away. He then goes after the robbers and fails because of his senescence. That was that argument we were having initially of like, what if we could have the robber, like Rupert Thorne or Daggett there, like telling them what to do or like being involved somehow, and then like Bruce does like get to be sort of hero-ly in the beginning and turn him over to the police even though the robbers got away or like the henchmen got away, and then when he goes after the henchmen, that's when he gets shot. But do you think that's too much before that happens? We can just go straight into him getting shot at the bank without the boss there, or
yeah, like I don't think we need to mention that. I mean, The bank robbery isn't important to anything other than Batman gets shot.
Right.
Like, that's what it's there for. It's there to be the gun to point at Batman. Outside of that, I mean, other than a boss being mentioned or whatever, probably not really important.
Right, but the idea was to show that, like, he could get somebody still by being intelligent, brain, Batman, Bruce Wayne, but when it came to, like, brute force and being quick to catch somebody, they died. But yeah, you're right, it's unnecessary. Cut that out.
Yeah, I'd say unless we can find a way to make it really I don't know, don't cut it out just yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we do need to make that thing where he's still like Batman mentally, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
the difference is it's gotta go about it. Maybe he takes out there we go. He takes out the one robber doing something really clever that doesn't involve a lot of reflexes or whatever, and then the other one he tries to brute strength and it gets him shot.
There you go.
Batman solves a Rubik's Cube.
Okay, now to stop this bank robbery.
Keeps his mind sharp.
Alright, regarding the Clock King's goal being to destroy the Batcomputer, the training sequence is following the ambush, meaning it has to remain intact. But something must be destroyed, so Batman doesn't have time to develop a neutralizing agent. We could destroy all of the sensitive lab equipment.
Yeah, I've got the workaround for this. One, the computer that the training sequence is responsible for is not the direct Batcomputer. It's not the computer that Batman sits at. It's basically just a console.
Okay.
Yeah.
The other thing is that there is sensitive lab equipment, and it is in a small separate room going off of one side of the Batcave.
Oh, okay. So he can destroy the Batcomputer.
Huh?
So he can destroy the Batcomputer.
He can destroy the main computer without... he can destroy the main computer, he can destroy the laboratories. Good idea for that is the episode His Silicon Soul.
Okay.
Where this AI Hardak builds a Batman copy, and it ends up invading the Batcave, and they have this huge fight sequence inside the laboratory. Like, Batman's fucking throwing chemicals.
I can tell when you get tired because you speak at a normal volume. But we're almost done with this. What if it looked like... I don't remember this. What if it looked like Batman died or something in the ambush, but then a minute later he saves Talia by coming back in the bat armor? Oh, Vincent really wanted to use the bat armor in an action sequence and couldn't figure out how. That's
what it was, and I'm very desperately trying to get that bat armor in there.
But then we worked it in at the beginning.
Yeah.
Okay. Heisenberg cameo gets moved to where the Joker was. When Batman's looking through the villain files, he goes through Clayface, etc., and eventually lands on Heisenberg and other cameos.
Right.
Okay. Well, we can wipe out fictional cities such as Central City. We can say on the news near the end of the movie that people are beginning to repopulate the city since there seems to be no further activity. You guys leaving?
Yeah.
Alright. Later, dudes.
Have fun. Bye, guys.
Later. So, there are two things in that. We can wipe out fictional cities in order to rack up body counts. And on the news near the end of the movie, say that people are beginning to repopulate the cities since there seems to be no further activity.
Something like that, or at least...
Does the world at large know that Batman stopped everything?
Maybe, maybe not. I think we'll have to think on that some, I think.
Probably not, or else they'd be all Dark Knight Rises and there'd be a statue in Gotham.
Maybe, but maybe not. The other thing is that Terry knew about it, and it seemed that he had known about it previously before even researching it. They had heard of the Near Apocalypse of 2009 and Batman's involvement therein.
Okay.
Well, he would have been 10 at the times. I'm just kidding.
No, actually, Terry would not have even been born yet. I think Terry's birth date is 2022.
So when did they finally put the stuff into his dad there, or
a while later?
Wow, like a while after she grabbed the rag thing? Because, I mean, I'm assuming that happened, if you mention it like that happened before our movie begins.
Yeah.
Because because they would have to be, because that's when we did the Beyond suit.
I'm trying to figure out how chronologically that all works.
Yeah, I mean, even when I look it up on the DCAU thing, it's never...
It's not very concise.
No, everyone's kind of like, well, that may have happened here, but we're not sure.
Right. Bruce is curious as to why the gas killed humans but didn't hurt any animals. He takes an animal back to the Batcave to... Okay, he extracts stuff from animals.
I just remembered how we link that.
What?
Alfred mentions him getting shot in the arm earlier. Remember,
Yeah.
we had discussed that. We discussed that, maybe, he says, like, last year or last month or something like that, you got shot.
Yeah, a small dialogue there.
Okay, anyway.
Lazarus pits are left over from the primordial ooze that life began from. Maybe.
I say definitely on that. I don't think it's relevant at all to the movie, but that was a very, very clever idea, I think by Matt.
Yeah, it was. I would like to have Batman and Talia be, like, sort of, like, discussing what the Lazarus stuff is, just because, and that could be something that's, like, brought up maybe in a vaguer sense. But I always just love characters presenting questions for an audience to think about. Raish also is intent on using Abaddon instead of simple Lazarus ooze because he doesn't want it to have the effect on anyone else that it does on him. Some people might get stronger, and he definitely doesn't want that.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe, but I don't think it's really important enough to...
Okay. Alright. Kevin Smith's buddy Ralph Garman does a perfect Adam West voice. The idea you had for an Adam West voice is when Batman is watching an episode of The Grey Ghost while he's welding the suit, and that's what the news interrupts. Ralph Garman will voice the Grey Ghost scene. Still like that?
Yeah.
Okay. We should plant some evidence that Bruce will believe that Raish will die if Abaddon is injected in him. Perhaps when Bruce examines the serum in the Batcave, he can sort of describe some sort of sciencey explanation of why he thinks it will affect Raish. Or do we want that to be a complete surprise at the end?
Maybe. Maybe he mentioned something about how the Lazarus... Yeah, he's just... Because he's trying to find something that neutralizes the Abaddon, and he figures out that the Lazarus Pit does this, but he doesn't want to blanket the world in Lazarus Pit either.
Yeah, whenever he finds a Lazarus Pit, he should get a sample of that so he can compare Abaddon to Lazarus.
Mm-hmm. If he doesn't already have a sample of the Lazarus Pit on hand, which I believe he might.
Right, okay. Still need to figure out exactly which cities we want to wipe out for the body count to be right.
I'm thinking our body count is flexible.
Yeah.
I've been toying with 800 million, but that might not be achievable with... Look at the population. I mean, yeah, a lot of the population is clustered around big cities, but to get 800 million people, you might have to wipe out every major city on Earth.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, the population of the United States itself is only 300 million, 350 million, something like that.
Damn. Yeah, okay.
Which just makes me realize just how many people on Earth are not American.
Yeah, Eurasia, man. You could just wipe out all of Eurasia.
You really could, no.
That'd be nuts. And racist.
Oh, God. You're going to start taking out cities in China. Look at their population. We could rack up that 800 million easy.
Yeah.
China's got 1.6 billion people.
Damn.
I mean, it's got...
Oh, my God.
No, it might even have over 2 billion. But it's got a significant chunk of the entire population of Earth.
Alright. What if there was something Raish wanted Ubu to bring back to him? Or perhaps just want a report on what Batman is doing or how close to him or on his trail he is. Or a hard drive of some information. Or we could just cut that info out.
I guess just cut it if we find any logistics problems later.
Yeah. When Raish gives orders to the Clock King for the mission, Clock King exits the room ready to go. And then Raish says to Ubu, make sure he does his job, or make sure everything does according to plan, something like that, etc. So we establish that Ubu's going with them. Okay. Perhaps Raish mentions the failed ambush when him and Batman finally meet at the end of the movie. His whole attitude is like, it doesn't surprise me. that Ubu and the Clock King never came back and that you're here.
Yeah, something like that.
Alright. We need to figure out still where Talia is during the Batcave ambush. Perhaps she is off to try to check another Lazarus Pit location while Bruce works on the new suit or analyzes the Abaddon. She could verify the fortress Raish is staying in to come back and report. Perhaps she goes to the fortress and sees a plane take off in a short scene.
I always imagine her fighting like...
Yeah, the bad guys.
bad
That's
guys.
actually drawn in one of your screenshots.
Yeah, I got it like that. I really want to put her like right in there.
Okay.
But yeah, thinking she'll actually be... There will be some nameless bad guys, too.
Okay. Batman didn't come up with the material for the wings on the Beyond suit. It's the metal stuff from Mystery of the Batwoman. And we will have that mentioned?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I have suggestions typed out for my other notes from the other one, but I'll bring those up next time. So I guess that's it.
That's it. Damn. Sorry that everyone was here when everyone showed up. That fucking killed a lot of time.
No, it's okay. I feel bad because I feel like, I don't know, they were here to like hang out and have fun, and then I showed up and we started being boring.
Well, to be fair, they knew that there was going to be a podcast tonight.
Okay, so by the next time we do Project Batman, there are 3 episodes I hadn't taken notes on. They're all around an hour or less, so that'll be easy for me to take notes on and implement into everything we just took notes on. By that time, you'll have taken the finale of the movie and broken that down into notes for us to use.
Hopefully.
And then by after the next episode, we should have a very concise, clear A to Z of like what we have so far and what we still need to fill in to really be able to finish the note card exercise. So
definitely need to fill in the part between the record time scene and when he starts fighting Raish, because there's not a lot of time between those two.
Right, and that's stuff we figured out within the last few episodes, and there's still a few things to figure out, obviously, but this was a boring episode probably to listen to. If you made it this far, I'm impressed, but it was necessary because writing includes a lot of note taking and double checking, and you're in for the whole writing process, so that's where we're at right now.
You know what you signed up for.
But another thing is we'd been talking about gearing up for this 6-month episode, and then I pointed out to Otto today that the first episode went up February 28th, not January 28th, even if that is around the kind of time when we started recording. But if you guys know us through the podcast, we should go by 6 months since the podcast started airing. So we're going to start thinking about what we're going to do for a 6-month episode. Hopefully we're going to have an animatic up by then, and there'll be stuff to be excited about. Maybe we'll get you guys... Maybe we'll get you guys excited a month in advance for a live stream, just like Paul was doing tonight, and we're gonna try to figure out some games and stuff. But that's like a month away. You can expect that on August 28th we will be releasing the 6-month anniversary Project Batman episode.
And I still plan on having something special for our 5 months next week. I want to get the trailers out. So hopefully you guys will be able to watch those a week from today.
Well,
tomorrow.
Let's try to guarantee the record time.
Yeah, we can definitely guarantee the record time, assuming Alex gets back to us with his voice. We'll have the record time.
Yeah, if nothing
else, we'll have something to show this month,
and we'll have the trailer by the 6 months.
Yeah.
I think we should not have it up before then. That can be the 6-month reason to celebrate. Like, look, this is an animatic trailer.
You're telling him he has more time to do this? Now it'll never get done.
If it's fully animated, come on. But, just pretend like it has to be done by next week.
Yeah, I was actually considering not telling him at all until it got done. I just be like, dude, no, this shit needs to get done.
Yeah. I mean, I do the most work on Project Batman on days that I know we're recording at night. When there's a deadline coming up, that's when I do the most. But we'll have it all done by then. All right, but I'm sick of this, so I'm finally going to wrap this up right now because it's been a whole lot of editing. And until next time, this has been Ken, Vincent, and Sean.
But, Your Honor, I'm not finished.